going on, everybody? Wanted to make a quick video to show the update to the Terminator setup, adding additional space. As you can see, Alexa, shut up. God, freaking Alexa, it's such a terrible AI. So we moved this over. It's almost like same as Alita. As you can see, the sword doesn't even come close to. It actually couldn't even hit it unless it was moved another foot. Now, I could technically scoot this to the right if I remove that and you gain 4 inches. Although I do like having space in between. Now, there's kind of a few ways we can go about this, and I wanted your guys' opinion on the matter. So one is doing it like this, which in essence does all the endo stuff to the left. The life size, the 1/3, and directly underneath the arm, like that. So this works and does look good. A lot of the Terminator stuff I'm going to be getting as well, it does have these like little mini head busts, almost like the Predator heads. I don't mind having heads next to the statue, but sometimes it does kind of clutter the display. So that's why with the Predator and Alien, for the most part, they're all over here. And some of them are, I don't even have space over here, but the majority of them are like right here. Dog Alien's right there, although I wish it wasn't, because he's the only one that has one, but there's no space in there. But typically, if I can display it and it looks clean, I do like having the head display next to the statue. Sometimes, though, I prefer not if it makes it look like cluttered. I do like that Terminator little headstand. I think it's great because it kind of is just like a 1/3 version of all those like recasts and sideshow heads where you just see like an endo head with a neck, and like it's literally just a miniature version, because I never bought those heads. I always liked them, but I never bought it because I traditionally prefer like a full bust. But I do like having that little 1/3 head with the chrome teeth. It's really cool. So anyways, here's kind of the idea. There's 2 ways we can go about it. One is do this, where you have that, then you have this. Now, there's not space to display the Arnold bust in here. I mean, you might be able to get it to work if you scoot everything to the left, but then it would look cluttered. So here's the thing. We're getting the T1000 Liquid Chrome by Darkside. That's supposed to ship supposedly next month. Doubt that. Jupiter, that'll probably ship in 6 months. But eventually it will ship. And then honestly, I will never buy another Darkside collectible statue again. 1, the quality is just not that good. It's like PCS. 2, they're really expensive. 3, they take forever. So unless they get a really unique IP, I'll probably never buy from them again. So T1000 is the last one. So he'll go there. Now, there's technically space next to him because he's not going to fill that entire shelf. He will fill up probably as much as the Sarah Connor. So I could technically put like the Arnold little bust and bag, and I mean, I could put the bag and shotgun just away. I don't have to display that. I like it, but it's optional. The bust, I could display the bust over there, and technically that bust. And the 2 Blitzway Prime ones also come with little heads displays. They're probably about as big as that. So I could also display those and have everything in the corner. Although I'm not really sure about that. Now, here's a kicker as well. Technically, if I wanted to, I could kind of consider that bar as a separator and just throw Pumpkinhead in that corner. That way I have space to do, what's this bucket? Pinhead right there. Just throw Pumpkinhead in that corner. I mean, yeah, it's the Terminator setup, but there is like a bar that kind of separates it. So you kind of consider like this is where Terminator begins. I don't think it would affect the display too much if you just threw Pumpkinhead in the corner. So that is a possibility. I also could get another future Terminator statue. The thing is, what would you get? I mean, what if I'm trying to stick to only T1 and T2? I guess the only other key character we're missing is like a John Connor. So if they made a John Connor 1/3, although do I really care to own that little kid? No. And I'm definitely not going to need another Arnold or a T1000, so we're going to have 2 of each. We're good on endo. I mean, technically, you could do a Sarah Connor bust, the crappy Filipino one, but I'm sure I'd just be disappointed with that, and I'd question why I bought it. It throws an actually good Sarah Connor bust, like a silicone with glass eyes and real hair, then I would probably consider, although I'm not sure I'd want to spend like $4,000 on a Sarah Connor. But I mean, technically I could buy another endo bust and just display it. Nevertheless, we do have an extra spot. So, because of what we've done now. Now, you can't fit the T1000 liquid chrome in here. It will not fit because, as you can see, there's just not enough space. Right now, it looks clean and good. It's spacious. So that display looks great. Now, of course, the two blitzways are going to go here. So this is the option A, is liquid chrome right there, the two blitzways, and then in that corner, we could do A, the busts, or B, just throw Pumpkinhead in there. That way we, can just keep that there. It's so hard to sell. But in reality, the biggest thing we need to move is Pumpkinhead, so Pinhead can go there. If you throw Pumpkinhead in that corner, Pinhead there, you're golden for horror. Because that's the only other horror character I'm ever going to buy is Pinhead, 1/3. So anyways, that's like option A. Now option B is we move Arnold to the left. So the busts are on each end, and then you have the endo in between the two blitzways. So all the prime ones are together in the middle. You just have the endo. So I'd go Arnold bust, Arnold 1/3, endoskeleton 1/3, T1000 1/3, and then the T1000 bust. That is how that would work. And then if I did that, I would probably do the endo arm in between Sarah and Arnold. And I'd also probably switch Sarah and Arnold. So Sarah is on the right, Arnold is on the left, endo arm is in the middle. And that is how I would do that down low. And then T1000, then again, Pumpkinhead or the bus. So I think either option honestly works. I do like the idea of having all my endo stuff together. Like that is my endoskeleton display. The life size, which also kind of counts as a bust in 1/3, if you just block that out. But it looks good together. And then the endo arm underneath looks great. All the silver and everything. The poster kind of in between. I actually didn't need to even move the poster. But that looks good. And let me kind of show it to you sitting down. I think the life-size endo is actually better further back now than it was before. But that's kind of like the angle. By the way, folks, that back arm piece when I was moving the endo came out, like the glue came undone, and it fell down onto the ground. And I put it back in. It's not damaged or anything. The glue just came out probably from the heat. It's so hot in Utah. Nevertheless, it actually is metal. So the endoskeleton is metal. Like those parts, at least that arm part right there, the like fat tricep one, is metal, 100% metal. I know people are questioning what the material was, and like I said, I don't really know, but I can definitely tell you it's metal now. So that's a metal endoskeleton. Anyways, so yeah, endo can go there, or it would go just right here, and then Arnold 1/3. And that's obviously how this looks from my angle. If we zoom kind of back, that's more like a realistic look from my couch. Because the cell phones zoom in. It's not like that's how it is. This is my angle when I'm sitting down like that. You can still see everything from Hellboy. And honestly, I mean, Ape Sapien might be the next statue, I guess. Between him and Wukong, 1/3. Those are the next two, and then Gandalf Ultimate. So what do you guys think? Would you prefer the Endo 1/3 next to the life size, or in between the entire Arnold and T1000 display? I really like both ideas. So we'll definitely try both when we get it and kind of just do it. I think for now we're going to keep it like this, how I kind of have it, and just, keep it like that. Hopefully in the next 6 months, the Terminator display will be complete. The Arnold and T1000, the Blitzways in Prime 1, those are being done by Blitzway, and Prime 1's waiting on an update. Like, that's what I know. They're waiting on an update from Blitzway on the production, because Prime 1 is not handling it. And then according to my resources, the T1000 is set to ship in June. So that's like basically my knowledge on my 3 remaining Terminator 1/3s I have on PO, because there's only 3 more. It's still kind of annoying I just don't have a T1000 statue yet. It's like, I got 2 of them on pre-order. Can I just get 1 for Jupiter's sake? I really want to get at least one. Anyways, I could, in the time being, also just move Sarah and Arnold up top so they get top shelf treatment for the next minute. I mean, they look good down low. The nice thing is having those down low is they have sunglasses, so you're not looking at their eyes. One of the hardest things to do with, like, hardest things when you put statues down low is when you can't, like, see their face good or their eyes, because you generally want to look into the eyes. It's like the soul of the statue. So certain statues that have, like, sunglasses, they look fine down low because you're not, like, looking at their eyes. Anyways, one last thing I wanted to just kind of tell you. I was just thinking, like, with this Hellboy display, it definitely does kind of grind my gears a little bit. The fact that this bust is like a full foot taller than the Ape Sapien, where all my other bust and 1/3 statue displays, it's kind of like even. Like, everything's kind of like the same height when it comes to the bust on each side. I mean, I don't mind if, like, one's a little bit bigger. Like, obviously this is a little bit bigger than this guy, like by 2 inches, but what if, here's the thing, eventually that arm is going to honestly just have to go, like, right there, which sucks, but I'll still be able to, like, kind of see it. I'll actually probably move the TV forward a little bit so I get a little bit better angles. But we'll remove that, remove the Alito thing, and put this back there. However, I was thinking if I wanted to, I could remove this, have this bust displayed on top of this. Because you can do that. And then it would be more like same height as this. And then with this, you would put it back there, and then you can do this arm directly on top, and it covers the peg. You can't put the base. You would just put just the arm on top of this. It would prop it up. You'd still get to see this, at least, the side part mostly. And then the arm would just be like back there. And then, of course, Hellboy 1/3, Ape Sapien 1/3, and Tooth Fairy right here. And then the bust would be shorter. I mean, I do like it very tall. It's just kind of difficult with how big of a discrepancy it is, because the 1/3 are about the same height. So with the 1/3 being the same height, but then the bust is just dramatically bigger, it's like, what? Why'd they design it that way? You know, like I've kind of said, this bust would work much better if you just got rid of this. I like this logo, but this entire, like, part from right here to here should not be here. You should still have the logo, like maybe right here or something. I like the logo, maybe even as like a proximity logo, kind of like that one. But this part of the base just needs to be gone. It would lower the bust more in line with this, and it'd just look better in my opinion. Anyways, that was just a random thought I was thinking the other day, because Ape Sapien is set to ship in the next 2 weeks. We've already seen it in hands, and then Hellboy is probably 6 months out. But that display will be complete this year. This display will be complete. So this entire room will, in essence, be complete until we pre-order Pinhead. Yeah, Pinhead will definitely be one that's coming home. And of course, we also technically have the Silent Hill Nurse, which, I mean, technically I could probably throw that in the video game 1/3 room, but I was also thinking of just throwing it where Chucky's at. It's such a small base, it'd fit there. And then move Chucky into the Chucky display or in between Freddy and Jason. Anyways, folks, that is it. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.